All right, Tony, thank you. Breaking News 1 now giving us a live look at the roads. This is Plainfield Pike in Scituate. Just some light snow coming down right now.
Many local schools canceled after-school activities today. Some had early dismissal. There were also several parking bans in place in communities including Gloucester, Johnston, and Lincoln. The Block Island Ferry canceled all rides to and from the island today. The company has not yet said if ferry rides will resume tomorrow. And the Rhode Island House and Senate canceled their sessions and all committee meetings today. Both chambers are scheduled to meet again on Thursday. And while much of our area is getting mostly rain, communities in the north are getting some snow. Let's send it over to Sheena Losciuto, who's live in North Smithfield. How's the weather there, Sheena?
Well, right now it is very cold. We can confidently tell you that at about 4 o'clock today, the rain switched to snow up here, and it has not stopped since. Now, right now, it's 5 o'clock. That means everyone's driving home, so we want to give you a look at the roads here. We've been in the area all day long, and it's getting colder, too. We can really feel it. This is a better look at the snow over the last hour here in North Smithfield. It was also quite windy here, making the snow almost look like it's coming down sideways. Now, the roads are wet, but the snow doesn't seem to be making any major impacts just yet. We are closely watching, especially the conditions here on 146. Now, power crews are also in the area, just making sure there aren't any major impacts. But for a better look at how the coastal communities are taking a look at a situation like this, let's send it over to 12 News reporter Matt Paddock. He's in Narragansett for us.
Well, the weather really hasn't changed much over the past hour. I mean, it's still cold, it's still wet, and it is still windy. But what has changed is the sun peaked out a bit, and the waves have really calmed over the past hour. But dozens making their way out to the water today to wave watch. Whipping waves crashing against the jetty in Point Judith.
It's really interesting to see it when it's so wild.
Near Narragansett Town Beach, water levels rise as waves roll to shore.
It's just exciting. It's Mother Nature showing its wrath.
For those in South County, there's not much snow in the forecast, just heavy wind.
The wind can be brutal. Yep.
But Ted Cressy, spokesperson for Rhode Island Energy, says you still need to be prepared.
No question, the coastal areas can certainly see, higher wind gusts than we might see in the interior areas.
Reminding residents to stay away from downed wires, have your devices charged, and make sure your generators are both working and located outdoors.
Once the ground becomes really saturated, there is the potential with strong winds to see toppled trees. But we're going to see, snapped limbs and tree damage probably throughout the state.
So while surfers spent the day dropping in and kicking out, for Peter Hiroshik, who lives in South Kingstown, his message to Mother Nature today was clear.
I'd like to see this weather get over with. I'm ready for summer.
Now, I just checked the power outage maps for both Rhode Island Energy and Eversource. There are only a handful of outages here in southern New England. So overall, we're really in good shape. Reporting live in Narragansett, Matt Paddock, 12 News.
Matt, thank you. Weather like today is a good reminder to keep the Pinpoint Weather 12 app handy. You can check the detailed 7-day forecast, track the radar, sign up for notifications and more. Tony's going to be back with his full forecast in just a few minutes.
Tony, thank you. And here's another live look at the roads from Breaking News 1 up in Burrillville. As usual, the northern part of Rhode Island is expected to get the most wintry precipitation.
12 News reporter Sheena Losciuto continues our Pinpoint Weather team coverage now live from North Smithfield.
Well, we can feel it hitting our faces. The snow is coming down quick, but it isn't quite sticking here yet. We're 146 is right behind me right now. No major impacts, but we have seen some DOT trucks drive by. Here's a close look at the video we've taken today of that snow that's fallen. Around 4 o'clock, it switched from rain to snow, and it hasn't stopped since. We've been in the area all day long, and it's been getting significantly colder, too. We can really feel that. It's also quite windy over here, making the snow almost look like it's coming down sideways. And we spoke to people earlier who were getting their errands done really before the roads got too messy.
Well, actually, I needed some butter, and then we're getting our nails done, then we're going home.
So just staying in for the rest of the night?
That's right. I'm retired. I can do that.
Perfect.
Except for tomorrow when I have to shovel.
And again, the roads are really wet right now, but no major impacts as far as we can tell, but just wet and cold are good ways to describe the conditions right now here in North Smithfield. And we are also told that power crews are standing by just in case there are any major impacts. Reporting live in North Smithfield, I'm Sheena Loshudo, 12 News.
And whenever the word nor'easter gets thrown around, a lot of people probably think of the waters along the Rhode Island coast, rocking and rolling.
And we send 12 News reporter Matt Paddock to South County to see how they're faring with this late winter storm. Matt?
Well, Mike Shannon, as you can see from the water here behind me, that heavy wind down here in the South County creating crashing waves in the ocean. And for many in South County, it's a chance to see the angry ocean through another lens.
We call it an angry ocean. We love to be here, and hopefully it gets a little bit angrier at high tide.
Whipping waves crashing against the jetty in Point Judith. Near Narragansett Town Beach, water levels rise as waves roll to shore.
It's really interesting to see it when it's so wild.
While South County isn't expecting much snow, those living here can always count on heavy winds, chilly temps, and a front row seat to the angry ocean.
It's just exciting. It's Mother Nature showing its wrath.
For the Go Jackies, like many others by the ocean, the hours leading up to a storm can be the most beautiful.
And it's, you know, the ocean's very variable. It can be the most beautiful day, and then it can turn into something that's destructive.
The strong winds bringing the potential for power outages. Ted Cressy, spokesperson for Rhode Island Energy, says crews have been preparing day and night with help coming from as far as Canada.
We're going to see, snapped limbs and tree damage probably throughout the state. Folks just need to remember that this storm, it's a long duration event, and we are really in the middle of it.
Reminding people to be prepared, have your devices charged, stay away from downed wires, and make sure your generators are both working and located outside. And for Peter Hiroshik, who lives in South Kingstown, his message to Mother Nature today was clear.
I'd like to see this weather get over with. I'm ready for summer.
And I'm not sure if you can see it on your screens at home, but after 8 hours in the South County, it's official. The snow is coming down, but it's not really sticking at this point. It's just wet and cold. Reporting live in Narragansett, Matt Paddock, 12 News.
Matt, you earned a bowl of hot soup. I hope you can come in soon. Tony will keep tabs on the storm all evening long. Then Michelle will have you covered tomorrow morning on 12 News This Morning starting at 4:30.